There have been many great launches from the quayside here in Great Yarmouth, so it seems entirely appropriate that another will take place today from the dry dock of the Time and Tide Museum, launching his new album, The Home Front. Would the real Steve Farrell please stand up?
So yes, today, these were delivered yesterday. It's my new album, which is The Home Front. It's a very low, it'd be hard to see. They see I could have used a projector, but I didn't think of that. It is a very local, authentic cover because all of these pictures on here were actually from I was kindly given permission to use them from a gentleman called Jack Harrison who grew up in Yarmouth. I've always had an interest in history. I normally do pop music, folk music about everyday life. So with that interest in history, I wanted to do something related to that, and I've always had an interest in World War II. And I think there's been a lot of concept albums about war, but nothing about the home front, nothing about the people in England's story and what they went through.
Sunday seemed like any other, listening to the lovers drag. Sun found a way through the white clouds, but they found a reason to nag. Little tar soldiers, lost out in the plants. Little muddy hands sing, lightning for their dance. Living in a world of my own, without a single worry or care. Exploring our back garden, could have been anywhere. Reality called me when the lawnmower stopped. What people were doing, it was instantly dropped. Go out and play, go out and play. We're listening to the radio, just go out and play.
Another thing I found really fascinating was how at one point, instead of road signs, you had just painted on the wall Yarmouth spelled wrong, and then someone has wrote a U above there, sort of they've corrected their mistake again.
It's raining hot shards of steel. There's an air show and play, and we've got the best view. It excites me, it enthralls me. Come see, it will soon be over. Today will be yesterday. Come in, don't you see the danger? It's coming fast, dropping through the air.
I have picked up a lot of the research on this from both the local area, Great Yarmouth, and London. And this one is pretty much one of the first places hit, obviously, was London. And this is for us, again, carrying on a theme of through a young boy's eyes, but then an adult perspective comes into it.
Tongues out, tails wagging, she walks across the sand. See her for a second, across our drying land. She's finally reached the top. The world will know her name. Throws her laugh to the wind, like a paper aeroplane.
This is also a conscious attempt to be the first songwriter about everyone that pretty much know to use the word Brussels sprouts. Swedes possibly as well, I'm not sure. Carrots, I think people have possibly used carrots somewhere, but Swedes and Brussels sprouts, maybe.
We've got onions you can chop and fry. Then just look over there as you walk on by. Carrots, Swedes and Brussels sprouts, kept well watered days of a drought.
So Yarmouth was badly hit. It was the 8th of April 1941. 17 people lost their lives, 68 people injured.
So tell me about the news today. 17 dead in one raid, you say.
There's the Braveheart saying, you can take our lives but you can't take our freedom. And it was sort of what was always in Britain constantly during the wars. Like, you can't take our lives but you can't take our spam. And that is the song of this. You like this one, don't you? It's one of his favourite lines. There you go.
Take our lives, not our spam. Yeah, 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 yeah.
My interest in history first started in secondary school when we studied World War II. And I remember this, I can still remember this textbook. And there was a picture of a milkman walking down a Bond street, just stepping over some rubble. And the teacher sort of said, so what does this picture say about the war? And everyone was sort of quiet. And I just sort of said what I was thinking and said, life goes on. She said, yeah, exactly. Despite everything, everyone was coming together as one. You just had to get on.
This old town is burning. Fires are glowing bright. We won't know the damage till the morning light. There is one less household for milkmen to deliver. Each Anderson shelter, scared family shiver.
On Facebook you always have such and such is in a relationship with such and such, and then a couple of days later that relationship's over. But yeah, wartime romances were made to last. That's the good thing about history. It's called Baby Blue.
Cut my across a crowded bar, sitting there with your mates. You say you don't know what brought you there. I believe in fate. I've known since then you were the one who said you feel it too. You're right for me, you're always there, baby blue.
Germany surrendered on the 8th of May 1945. Street parties.
Union Jacks flying everywhere, it's like a dream. One big fan, tables all out in the street. Passing strangers stop to greet. There's no more time for fear and worry. We've won the war. This ain't about death or money. It's all about taking back our freedom on this day. So stop your crying, raise two fingers, it's me. Singing and laughter coming from everywhere across this land. From palace to Trafalgar Square, you hear them all clap your hands along the row of terrace houses. It is all smiles, because they know the pain is over. The sun has even come to join us out in Maine. So raise a glass to old England on the day. On the day. Raise a glass 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 on the day.